Go get your air sickness bags, boys, because what I'm about to show you is gonna make you throw up. Greetings, hatchlings, and welcome to what is going to be a very horrifying episode here on my channel. We are going to talk about some ruined magic cards, and not just any cards, really old pieces of magic antiquity with significant value. Now we're going to start out with I know they say save the best for last, but nah, I can't even leave. This is the one we have to start with because this is absolutely insane. It's tied into the title of the video. It's the whole reason I am doing this. So to give you a little bit of background here, we're going to be looking at an altered card. Oh my god. It's an altered tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Okay? This is a $4,000 card. Now, let's put it on the screen. Oh no, my god, what happened to this thing? Look at it. Look at the way it's painted. You can barely see the legendary land around the text box. It's so, the angles of it are so wrong. It's the worst. You just got, okay, the grass is green and the sky is blue. It almost looks like a kid did it. And that's because a kid did do this. What happened was sweet little Becky, that's what I'm going to call her. I have no idea what her name is. I'm surprised she's still alive. I'm surprised her daddy didn't go, come on, Becky, come on. Daddy's just going to drown you in the bath. I mean, give you a bath in the bathtub right now. Here, put this little sack over your head. What have you done? So, sweet little Becky, who loves her daddy so much and just wanted to be a part of what he's doing. She saw that her dad had done altars on his magic cards, and little Becky wanted to get in on that too. So she went and she grabbed some cheap little paint. You know, the kind of paint you give your kids, the acrylics from Walmart. Well, that's what you've got right here. Little Becky took those cheap acrylic paints from Walmart and she painted all over this tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Oh my god. And the story from this poor father. It's that moment where your brain just goes, ah! I want to scream at you, kid. I want to take you and beat you with a sand-filled hose, but I also want to be a good daddy and appreciate that this is supposed to be a token of love and like a bonding moment. You just want to be like daddy, but oh, Becky, you dumb little bitch, you ruined my tabernacle. This is absolutely horrific. I love it. It's so bad. Why am I showing you guys this stuff? Well, you know what? Today I'm sick. And sometimes when you hurt, you just want other people to hurt. So let us continue with my symphony of pain. What do we have next? Because this isn't where it ends. Next up, let's take a sliver queen. And not any sliver queen, not just any regular run-of-the-mill sliver queen. Let's take, I don't know, a nice foreign sliver queen. One that's much harder to come by. Now, let's insert it into somebody's wallet and leave it there for eternity. And you get this! Look at this! It's so bad. It's missing a corner. It's so brutalized. Ripped on different sides. Oh my god. It's so amazing to see this stuff. Guys, I started playing back in '94. I had a Library of Alexandria that I tried to write my name on. This is the only reason that there isn't a Library of Alexandria in the world now with Mike written across the text box is because the pen I had did not have any ink in it. If you have a Library of Alexandria with a dent line that runs up like this in it, and you're wondering where that came from, that's me, baby! I got tired of people asking me to trade it, so I was literally gonna write my name on it to make that stop. There's a lot of different reasons that people alter their cards. Not that this is an altar, this is just forgotten in the wallet and ruined. But I do have some altars to show you. Let me show you this stunning altar of Tetsuo Umezawa, another lovely reserve list card that will never be reprinted. Oh, what are we even going for here? Just his one arm is a big black blob? I looked at this for a good 5 minutes trying to figure out what this could be. If you have any idea for real what it's supposed to be, this black megaphone that his other arm became, what it's supposed to be, then by all means, let me know. I can't figure out what it's supposed to be. It's so bad. just ruined Tetsuo. Just fucking ruined him. Oh, God. Does it hurt yet? Because it's gonna. We're gonna keep going. Oh, here's one on multiple levels. What happened to this Gaia's Cradle? It looks like it's taken a significant amount of water damage. Somebody painted a Pikachu, a big old yellow Pikachu. That's pretty thick too. Look at the paint. Look at where it's chipped off. First of all, the Pikachu is ruined too, but look at how chipped off the paint is. Think about how they added like an extra, like that's got to be 2-3 times as thick as the card is regularly. It's like, let's make this as non-regulation as possible. You couldn't even play with this. It would be easy to shuffle to this every single time. Oh my God. And the Pikachu's just mocking you with that little, I just picture the guy just flicking his forehead in anger, just chunks of paint flying off. It's amazing. Stupid Pokemon garbage. And that Gaia's Cradle's just brutalized. And then, like, even I think the border of it got inked too. If you look along the right-hand side, it's all scronked over there. Oh my God, it's amazing. Just amazing. Now this next one that I'm going to put up here, take a look at these. Take a look at these 4 4th edition Mishra's Factories. And you'll have a moment where you're like, oh, and then your brain goes, wait a minute. 4th edition didn't have the antiquity symbol, and 4th edition was only the autumn artwork, and this is the winter. This is the winter artwork from Mishra's Factory. What happened here? Well, I'll tell you what happened here. Somebody took an eraser and erased the borders off of these. These are $600 a piece. There's like there was $2.5 worth of factories there. No, they erased the border and the value in one go. I mean, I'll give them credit for doing a clean job of it, but man, this whole border thing, it's interesting to note, and you need to know this for context. Back in the day, when they made reprint sets, all the reprints were always white bordered. And so all of us, like regular Magic players, hated white bordered cards. We wanted our cards to be black bordered. That was the ideal. They looked better, want that black border goodness. Really, very much so. So when Wizards of the Coast decided finally to make all cards black bordered, we were like, yes, finally, no more of this white bordered stuff. But interestingly enough, over time, because of the rarity now and the age of white border cards, there are a bunch of people who are attracted to the white borders. I'm old school, so I still see white borders as garbage, which makes this extra funny because they took the black bordered original, most expensive of the 4 variations of Mishra's Factories, and just ruined them. Just ruined them. Speaking of weird borders, let's move into the dual lands. Everybody knows dual lands, right? The original dual lands from the beginning of Magic, the ones that everybody covets and you can trade to almost everybody. Well, let's start out with one with a different border and an altar. Here you go. You got blue anime face girl crying over what's been done to this underground sea. There's a tear in her eye. What happened? Why does it have a friggin' like purple fuchsia border? I think that's the color, fuchsia. Why would you do this? It's so bad. It's so bad. I believe the story behind this one was someone came home drunk and wanted to do an altar, and this is what happened. Can you imagine waking up the next day and being, what have I done? Father, what have I wrought in your name? Oh, so amazing. It only gets worse from here, friends. Look at this. Look at this tundra. It's like a seagull took a dump on it. You've got marker all over everything in the artwork. The text box has been like traced along. If you haven't noticed before, dual lands have this kind of dual spiraling coloration pattern in the back of the text box. Black ink all over it. Now, they went ahead and tried to fix it, and in all honesty, the fixed version doesn't look that great, but compared to the original, it's a fucking masterpiece, man. Holy God, that's funny. And that's not, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them in this series, the masterpiece series of dual lands. Look at the Badlands. What did he draw there? Is that a pylon? Is that a wizard's hat? And then he just traced terribly around the art box. And then to make sure, oh my God, I just realized this. On both of them, the artist names are crossed out because whoever did this didn't want them to get the credit for his amazing work. The Badlands, the redo isn't too bad, actually. It's definitely a massive step up from the original. My God. Moving on. Remember how I said we used to like black borders? Well, people would go ahead and black border their cards. So what I have for you here is on the top a plateau that's had a little bit of black ink treatment and probably had an eraser took to it afterwards. That's what it looks like to me. And on the bottom, we have a scrubland that's gotten the full-on Sharpie treatment. And they were like, forget just the borders. I want the entire frame to be black bordered. That'll look great. And they did such a sloppy job. Look at the text box. Look at the one corner just janked off there. Oh, it's glorious. And not only that, we have a full set like that. A full black frame set of tool ends. Look at these ugly sacks of garbage. There's a whole range of them. Pick your flavor. They all taste like despair. Oh, God. It's glorious. So, would you like to see maybe getting some of that? Would you like to see some of that erased go away? Let's go back to the land of whiteboards. Well, how about I show you some whiteboard dual lands that come with extra whiteness? Check out these scrub lands where some scrub went to town with them with an eraser. You can see it. There's lines this way from the eraser, lines like this, like he had an eraser Wolverine claws and was like, shh, 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 shh. Oh Lord, absolutely, absolutely amazing. Now, this final one here is actually, it's a combination. But anyways, the final one I'm going to show you here, at first you go, okay, this is a little weird. I mean, they Sharpied the border, but they only Sharpied part of it. Why would they only Sharpie part of the border in this way? Because you got black and you write, like, just put on just in 4 different locations, not covering the whole card. And you have to see the rest of them to piece it together. I looked at the scrubland, I'm like, why is this like this? And then I saw the Savannah with the green, and I'm like, oh, that's ugly too. And I still honestly hadn't put it together. I was like, okay, I don't get it. There's a whole